Hello everyone, this is Rosemary here saying Merry Christmas to you, Merry Christmas to me, Merry Christmas to everyone out there. Finally, Christmas is here and I am so excited. I don't know about you, we made it to Christmas and I'm so sure and so confident that we'll make it to the new year. In this Christmas season, in this celebration mode, in this jubilation time that we are all at home resting, at least everyone has a holiday for Christmas. So I like to ask, how do you spend your holiday? How are you going to use the holiday? Are you just going to be eating and drinking and rejoicing and dancing and partying alone? Because you can also make use of this holiday, especially for those that are so busy. Throughout the year, you are doing one thing or the other, you are working, you are having a meeting, virtual meeting, online assignment, submitting report, working from home, working from everywhere. In fact, this year has been a busy year. I know that. But in this holiday, other 2 days, 3 days, whatever days that you have, plus the weekends that is in this Christmas, how are you spending this time that you have? I would like to make a suggestion to you that this holiday time, you can take time out to reflect on the things that has happened this year. Take time to reflect on your own life. What happens to you? What happens around you? And most importantly, what happens in you? I know Christmas season is a celebration season. Everyone is busy celebrating one good thing or the other. Celebrating a family, celebrating an old friend, celebrating whatever it is that you're celebrating. This season is a season to rejoice with loved ones. Some staying at home, resting. It's also a holiday time, plus weekend. We are all happy. Christmas is finally here. But I would like to make a suggestion that even as you are resting, as you are relaxing, partying, and celebrating whatever it is that you are celebrating, I'd like you to take some time out to reflect on your life, especially because of the happenings of this year, the coronavirus pandemic that came and hit our world, that changes everything for everyone. In fact, we all felt it. The way we work has changed. The way we interact with other human beings have changed, the way we live our lives have changed, and all of that. But apart from all of that happens around us, that happen with us, that happen to us, what has happened in you? That is what I'd like you to reflect on. What happens in you? How was your mindset changed during the pandemic and even up to now? When it started, it came with the fear and all of that, so many anxiety, we were so scared, we don't know what was going to happen, how we are going to make it to December of the same year, but here you are, finally, and it's Christmas. So take some time out in this holiday season to reflect on what happens in your mind, because it's not about what happens around you or what happens to you. The most important thing is what happens in you. What has the pandemic done to you or done for you? I mean positively. What way has it affected your mind, your mindset, the way you think, the way you reason, and all of that? Especially during the lockdown, what happens? Were you just sleeping all through that time? Were you just reading books, upgrading your mind, reflecting on the things that you used to do before that you can no longer do because that season there was no game show, there was no party, there was nothing to do during the lockdown. Everybody was at home. So what has the pandemic done for you? What can you pick from the pandemic that this is the lesson I've learned during that pandemic? This is what I have done. This is what I've been able to create. The pandemic has taught me a lesson that changes come with or without your knowledge, with or without your permission. Changes are bound to happen. And change is one of the powers in this world, one of the forces in the world that you cannot control. You cannot control changes that you go through, the phases, the stages you go through in life. Changes will definitely come. In fact, we have natural changes. That is why we grow older. You cannot control that. That, okay, I want to remain 10 years forever. I want to remain 15 years forever. I want to remain a teenager forever. I want to remain 18 years, 20 years, 25 years forever. It's not possible. As days are going, some things are being changed in your life. Biologically, things are changing. Your clock is ticking. Your bones are growing. Your body is growing. Your tissue, your brain, everything about you is growing. changes will come, with or without your knowledge. Whether you know it or not, whether you recognize it or not, change will definitely come. And what is the lesson that I've learned from this pandemic in this year? The lesson is this, that I cannot stop change from happening. Things changes. Change always comes. And change is one of the powerful forces, one of the most powerful forces on earth that you cannot control and that you cannot stop. All you can do with change is to manage it. It doesn't matter how you feel about the change. Change definitely happens. You cannot stop it. And there's nothing you can do about it but to manage it. So how well have you been able to manage the changes that's happened in your life, all the changes you've been through, especially in this year? And what are your plans for the new year that is coming? Whether you like it or not, the new year is coming. Whether you are aware of it or not, or whether you want it to come or you don't want it to come, the new year will definitely come. And the new year is also coming with its own changes, with its own challenges and all of that. So how well have you prepared to manage the changes that you will go through in the future? A man's life consists on how well he manages the changes that he go through in life. And that is the difference between the successful people and the unsuccessful people. Successful people will always strive to go through it, facing it, whatever comes. What is the next right turn to take? What is the next right action to take? What is the next right thing to do? That is their mindset. Whether you like it or not, a new year is coming. But in this new year that is coming, like I said earlier, that you should take some time out in this holiday season, in this Christmas period, to reflect on your life. A new year is coming, but how well are you preparing? How well have you planned for the new year that is coming? How are you preparing for the new year? The next time before you tell somebody Happy New Year, pause and reflect. How did I spend the last year, the year that just passed? How did I spend it? How much of it did I spend watching TV? How much of it did I spend partying around? How much of it did I spend with people that have no interest in success? Among all the activities that I engage myself in throughout the year, what result do I have to show for it? What exactly did I do with my last year? So whenever you tell somebody Happy New Year, as the new year is coming, I know we are all going to greet ourselves, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, everybody will be happy. It's fine to greet. But within you, pause and think. What did you do with your last year, the year that just passed? How did you spend it? How much of it have you used to improve yourself? How much of it did you spend watching TV? Think about the just concluded year. Take an inventory and see what you have done that has improved you as a person. I'm talking about personal investment, what you invested in your mind, in yourself, that has developed you mentally, that has developed you spiritually, that has developed you financially, that has earned you an income. What exactly did you do with the year that just passed? That will help you to plan for the new year. And it's always better, I always advise people, it's better to plan your new year before it arrives. The best time to plan for tomorrow is before it arrives. The best time to plan for the future is today. Start planning for the new year right now in this Christmas season. While you are celebrating, while you are enjoying yourself, while you are resting, take some time out to start planning for the new year before the new year comes. A new year is an opportunity given to us by the Creator. And with this opportunity, you are supposed to revisit your vision, your dreams, the dream of the future, the dream of the kind of life you want to live. Your dream is only a dream until it has a plan. I mean, you must have a vision for your life. If you don't have it, you better get one and get it quick. What is a vision? Vision is simply defined as the picture of the future. How do you picture your future? And in your vision, let me clarify it. It was not just a picture of what you want to get for yourself, for yourself, for yourself, and for yourself alone. That is not a vision. And in fact, it may be a vision, but that is not a vision from God. And I don't want to even call it a vision. That is like an ambition. Any vision from God has a lot to do with other people. What to do to improve other people's life, to make this world a better place than it is now. That is the kind of vision that comes from God. A new year gives you the chance to clarify your vision, get your priorities right, set new goals, and it also gives you the chance to forget the past. Planning is one of the most important principles of success. Without a plan, you don't have a target. Planning gives you targets. In fact, planning creates destiny. It gives you the target, and when you don't have a target, you are just shooting into the wind. And someone said, if you don't aim at anything, you cannot miss. It means if you don't aim at nothing, you will never miss. You can never miss. If you're not aiming at any particular thing in life, you don't have any goal in life, you don't have any vision, you don't have anything you're focusing on, you can never miss. You can just end up anywhere. If you don't have where you are going to, you will end up anywhere. Anywhere will look like it. Any road will look like it's taking you to the destination. So you can't just come out of your house and start driving without defining your destination. You need to know where you are going to before even starting out the journey. Planning is so important that even in building, when you want to build a house, you first of all sit down to plan. You draw out a plan. That is the work of the architects. They draw out the plans before the builder will even commence the foundation of the building. A good plan is like a road map that shows you the destination and also the best way to get there. It's better to have a change of plans than not to have a plan at all. You can always have a plan B when there is a plan A. So when you have something in particular, a particular goal or vision that you are focusing on in a year, you can take so many other routes, so many other ways to get to that destination you have in mind. That is why I say that if you don't have a plan A, you cannot have a plan B or C or D or whatever the alphabet may be. So you need a plan. You may say that my life is in God's hands, I don't need a plan, I don't know what will happen, how am I going to plan? It is a responsibility to plan your life. You need to desire something first before God will grant that heart desires. You need to plan your life out first. That is the reason why God gave you the brain, He gave you the mind and the gift of imagination. So use your imagination to estimate what could happen, what should happen, how it's going to happen. Plan it step by step. Like Zig Ziglar said, if you don't have a daily objective for your life, you qualify as a dreamer. And when you don't have plans for the use of your time, other people will plan your time for you. Other people will come and use your time for you. They will ask you, let's go here, let's go there, let's do this, let's do that. But when you have a plan, it's easier to say, no, I have plans. No, I have something to do. No, I have this to do. No, I have that to do. But when you don't have anything to do, it's easier to flow along with the crowd. Have you seen a rocking chair before or a rocking horse? It's moving, it's rocking. A whole lot of movement, but no distance covered. And when there's no distance covered, therefore, no work done. That is how so many people are living their life. A lot of activities, a lot of movement, moving around, doing so many things. You are busy, but there is no result to show for it. In this new year, I'd like you to do something different from what you have been doing before. Plan your life step by step, strategically, on how you want to achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. And if you don't have a goal yet, then you better get one and get it quick before the year runs out, before you start the new year. The first step to planning is to sit down. And where do you sit? In a quiet place. Get away from distractions. You need to get to a place where you are not distracted, where you can receive from God, where you can dig deep into you and pull out the resources that God has deposited on the inside of you. Then number 2, get a pen and a paper. Yes, you're going to do all your planning first on the paper. Initiate all your plannings, all your desired miracles, all the things that you think, if I have this, I'll be satisfied. And not just satisfaction, I'll be fulfilled in my life. All those things that you have been thinking about, all those ideas that's been in your mind that will not go away, it's time to start planning them on paper. And that is when the miracle working God will come into it. Because He said, God is able to do exceedingly, abundantly above all you can ever ask or think or imagine. If you have nothing to give to God to exceed, then you've not started. So you need to think first. You need to ask first. There's something for you to desire first. You need to imagine first. Use your imagination to run an estimate first. And that is the reason why God gives you the mind. The gift of the mind is not for you to write the list of all the people that has done you wrong. What happens to you in 1960? the person that insulted you in 1945, the one that did something last year, the one that did another thing in 3 years ago, and all of that. That is not the reason why God gave you the mind. Your mind is for you to use it to imagine things, to create, so that you can participate in creation. You are to use your mind to participate in creation through imagination. And that is one of the wonderful gifts that we have from God. All other animals, they live on instinct. They cannot imagine things. They cannot create things. But you and I can participate in creation. We can actually create our own circumstances through the use of our mind. So use your mind to estimate how you want your new year to be. After you get to a place that is so quiet, you get away from distraction, and you have your pen and your paper, the next thing to do is to begin to estimate on paper. Begin to write them down. First of all, write all the goals that you want to achieve in the new year. Then the next step is, how are you going to achieve all of these things that you have written down? Then who and who do you need? What are the resources that you need? The human resources, the financial resources, the equipment, whatever it is that you will need to achieve this particular goal, or all of these goals that you have set on paper. Then the next thing is to estimate the cost. Yes, you have to estimate the cost. You may not know the exact cost of things, but at least you can do an estimate through the use of your mind, or through asking questions, making inquiries, so that you know exactly what you are going for, what you are heading for, what you are in for, because you are in for something big. And you are going to face so many challenges. That you have a plan doesn't mean you are not going to face challenges. Challenges will definitely come, but you are going to go through it with the right mindset, with the right attitude, because you have a plan that is backing you up. From that, your plan A, you can now form your plan B, like I said earlier. So there's every reason for you to estimate your costs too. And your cost is going to include some of your friends you are going to lose. It's not easy. I know it's hard, it's difficult. But if you really want to achieve something reasonable in life, you are not going to continue the way your life has been with the same group of people you have been with over the years. The people have been with you for more than 5 years, 10 years, you've been friends, and people have been relating, but there's no improvement. There's nothing to show for that friendship. There's nothing to show for that association. It's time to give up the association. It's time to leave that group. So estimate your costs of losing your friends and coming out of your comfort zone. Sometimes your vision may even require you to travel. You may even travel out of your comfort zone. You may have to leave your environment. You may even have to leave some family members behind, which is not easy, because there are going to be a lot of talk, a lot of people are going to advise you, and some of them are coming out to advise you, and some are coming to deceive you, to tell you, who do you think you are? You think we are not busy, we are not useful, we are not efficient or effective in our lives. Is that why you want to leave us behind? So many challenges are going to come, but you have to prepare yourself for it. So estimate it. Who and who do you need to leave behind? And who are the new friends you are going to make? What is it going to cost you to become a friend to those people? To become someone in their space, to start moving around with those people. Okay, then you also estimate the cost of your sleep, because now that you have something to do, you are now going to sleep a whole lot less than before. If you used to sleep 9 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours before, now you are going to reduce your hours of sleeping. And if you are the type that you are working, but you have something else that you want to do, you have a dream that you want to achieve, you have a goal that you need to achieve, then you are going to divide your time. Your working time, immediately after your working time, what else do you do with your time? You don't just play around and joke around, because now you have something to do. That's why I work so well in my life. That's why I work so hard in my life. Every day I try to get so many things done, because I have so many things on my hand to be done. And it's like I'm running behind the schedule already. I'm running behind time already. So I am trying all my best to make sure I achieve so much in one day. So I don't have time to waste. You may call me, you want to visit me, or you want me to visit you, you want us to go here, you want us to go there. And if I tell you, hey, yeah, sorry, I don't have the time, you may feel angry. You may feel, who does she think she is? What is she doing that we are not doing? Why is she so busy? What is she claiming? Well, that is your opinion. But for me, I have all my day planned out. I have all my activities set aside. I have things to do. If I wake up in the morning, I know I'm going to work. After work, I have things to do. I am working on myself. I have my mind to improve. I have things to read. I have things to write. I have motivational videos to watch. And I also have inspirational audios to listen to, even before I go to sleep. So between 5 p.m. that I close from work and 11 p.m. before I go to bed, I have a lot of things to do. And what I do at that time is working on myself, developing myself, improving my mind. So I don't know about you. So I don't have time to waste. This is my own season. This is my time for intentional living. I don't have time. I don't have the luxury of experimenting life, living my life on autopilot. I don't have that time anymore. Time has come for me to be intentional about whatever I do. If I don't plan my day, so many things are coming to steal the time from me. So I need to plan it and plan it well. So that is how I live my life right now. So stop waiting for God to bless you. Attract the blessing of God by doing something. What do I mean? Attract the blessing of God by planning your life out. Be specific in your planning, in your request to God. Be specific. Like a goal, pick a particular goal per time so that you can have all your focus, all your energy focus in one place. To make sure you achieve that, you celebrate that success and you move to the next step. Then you pick another particular one on your goal list, achieve that one, celebrate it, move to the next one. That is the best way to go. So stop waiting for God to bless you. Attract the blessing of God by doing something, by planning your life. And let me tell you, planning is the highest form of faith. If you are going to walk by faith and not by sight, then you have to start planning for the future. Because you may say that, I don't know what the future holds. How can I plan when I don't know what is coming with the new year? You can't just wait like that. When you say you have faith, then you have to take the action of faith by planning. Planning is the highest form of faith. You believe that you are going to see the new year. You believe that you can achieve this, and that is why you are planning all of this here on paper. And when you have that plan on paper, like I said, your plan can change. Your plan may change. But your destination, your final result, the vision, the purpose for your planning cannot change. And when the changes come, you go through it with the right attitude, the right mindset. What more can I say? I would like to conclude with this quote from Dr. Myles Munroe. He says, whether you succeed or fail in life, it depends on the plan you have or don't have. Like someone says, when you fail to plan, you have planned to fail. My name is Rosemary Onoja, and this is Rosemary's Show. See you next time. Bye-bye.